I wore it on the bicycle in Amsterdam. Look at this. Look at this mess. You can see it's the bicycle's teeth almost. The fabric is very, very thin. So it's something that you wear in a very hot day. So in a very hot day, I don't need long sleeves. I wanted to show you the piecing that I did from the original men's shirt. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I just don't wear it as it is. The fabric is already been patchworked everywhere, and it has these incursions. Okay, so fix it, just stitch it so it doesn't get opened, because I don't need it. I'm just gonna open it like this, or even put it through my neck thing. Fix this. So I'm thinking I should just remove this van here somehow, and maybe like this somehow. And also the sleeves are quite tight. So what I'm doing, this is the other dress I want to upcycle, and I really like the way these sleeves feel. I really like the length. So I'm going to try to see if I can find some fabric that goes well with this fabric, and trying to copy sleeves like this. Remove this bit and put like a longer, bigger, flappy sleeves like this. So I just cut the seam for this blouse that had the top and bottom stitched together. What I'm gonna do is, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to unpick this. I'm gonna use this a little bit of a sleeve and see if I can attach it to another fabric to make the sleeve. But yeah, this is the top, and this is the kind of the bottom part. I'm gonna remove this piece that I added. There's way too much, too thick, and then maybe attach it back in here with a little, like a peplum style again, because you know I like what I like to wear, so I wear what I like. And then in here I never finished the neckline, so I'm just gonna do a nice bias tape. So I'm very lucky when I go thrifting. I thrifted a ton of bias tape, and it's like 10 packets of this, which is, I think, is 3 meters per little cardboard thingy. 10 of that, and I pay 50 cents. So I have this color, which I think is too dark, but then I have this, which I think is super cute. So I'm gonna finish the size with that. Trying to see if I can find a fabric for this. It's such a lovely fabric. I really, really love it. I think I needed to stitch here as well. I'm gonna stitch it so it doesn't get open, so it stays closed. Gone through my stash to find smaller pieces of fabric that will go with the top to make myself some sleeves. So I found this blue, which is like a grayish blue. It's like a very thin cotton, so I think it will go nicely for the sleeves, because this fabric is quite thin too. And then I found this, which is like a little thicker, and it's a linen. It still goes nicely because there's some green in here. So this one goes nice, and that goes, it's a bit darker, this blue one. So that's the blue one, that's the blue one, and that's the green one. I also found this, which is like, pow. This one definitely has a little bit more color added. I prefer that one to this one, I think, because that one, it dulls down the top quite a lot. This one makes the top more spring and nicer color, and this one adds, I don't know, maybe adds a lot more of, this is an upcycle top more than this one. This one is nice, but what I don't like is the fact that it's a much thicker fabric than this one. This is very thin, lovely cotton, and this is also shirting cotton that, I don't know, it's been used for something else, but I have enough to make the sleeves, and maybe add a little bit on the peplum, so I can make it a little longer. This is what happens when you are an upcycler and a hoarder. These are beautiful cotton shirts, men's shirts, that I started opening up at the same time that I started doing this one a couple of years ago, or at least 2 years ago, yeah. Anyway, I started opening up this shirt and also this other white shirt with embroidery. And I came up to the sleeves of that pink shirt that has it's like siyasaka in the middle of the fabric. It's an interesting fabric. But anyway, I come up to the sleeves that are already cut. They are cut and open and they were ready to be used something else as fabric. I guess that was my plan. But I actually really like the combination. I think it looks nice because there's plenty of pink and orange on the stripe. And I think overall, I always tend to go for blue. So just for the change, I think I might go for the soft pink. I think it will look nice. And since the armhole is much bigger than here, than my armhole, it will get all gathered here. So it will make it much more feminine. And I might just cut the length in here a little bit. Not loads, but a little bit. So I'm going to clean up all these seams and I cut it and make both of the sleeves exactly the same size. But I think I'm going to do that. So what I might do is to use a little bit of this fabric to add it to the bottom and make a proper peplum. I mean, definitely I would have gone for the blue one. But I'm trying not to do everything blue. So I'm going to go for the pink. Just want to show you how I finished the sleeve. I just pinned the sleeve inside the armhole all around. And what I do is all of the fabric that is left, I just pin it nicely flat all around. So what I do is, that's the shoulder. I go all the way to there and then I make like a pleat, like a box. I think it's called box pleat. So then pin it like that and then stitch it like that. So what it will do, I already put the the bias tape. Isn't that cute? Anyway, so here, this is how the shoulder is gonna look like. It's gonna have a cute little pleat like that. And all I'm gonna do now is to stitch all around there. And that's how and then I'm gonna serge it. But yeah, that's how I do the excess fabric on the shoulder.
It's our set.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I just don't wear it as it is. But I was thinking, if I make like another peplum top and then maybe just cut it around this height, just about my hips, and maybe even use some of this fabric to have like a nice thick belt, I think it will look really nice. So all I need to do on this one is just measure it, and it's about here. I'm going to give myself a little bit more than I need, and then literally just cut it off and hem the bottom, and that is this one done. Done. So basically all I'm gonna do now is I've just double folded the hem and I'm gonna stitch it. It's been a hell of a day sewing. Then there's this top that I thrifted a few summers back, It's always a little bit oversized on me, and I hate this color. I would say I iron my clothes 1 times out of 10. So 9 times out of 10, I go out without ironing, and this is just a giveaway. So what I'm thinking is I just chop the collar and leave the neckline as if without the collar. Also, these sleeves, the fabric is very, very thin. So it's something that you wear in a very hot day. So in a very hot day, I don't need long sleeves. So I'm gonna try to cut the sleeves a little bit shorter. And also, this is like a really weird height. I might just finish the sleeves and take the collar off and see if I want to leave the height like that, or I just want to actually cut it and make the same thing again. I really like peplum tops. So yeah, I also realize it's quite transparent, so I probably ought to wear a skin color bra or a white bra, but normally a skin color bra. So yeah, that's what's the plan for us. Oh, hold on, one more. If this is see-through, this is really see-through. This is a dress I thrifted a long time ago. It's not lined, and it is lovely, and I thrifted it. I think it cost me €1. This is one of the stuff that I picked in the Waterloo Market for €1 on the floor. The fabric is gorgeous. I try it, it fits, but it's very transparent. I mean, like see-through, and it's not lined, and I'm not gonna be lining it. It fits, but it's not something I will wear. It's too skin tight. It's not my cup of tea. So what I'm thinking is, even the skirt has like these gathers at the bottom, which I think if I open, it will give me a little bit more fabric, because there's quite a lot of them. And even though the fabric is already being patchworked, I think you can see the fabric is already being patchworked everywhere. And it has these incursions, flans, I don't know what they call, on the skirt. So I think if I open that, I actually will have a fairly substantial piece of fabric. And I'll see if I can make a top out of this fabric. But that is something that this will be the last project. Okay, so this is the shirt. I just matched the shoulder and the armhole together, and I think I'm gonna go down here about that, and I'm gonna cut parallel to the end of the sleeve. And all I want to do now is just do the hem. So roll it and then roll it again, and that's just do the hem. And in here, these are so cute. I might just put it on my stash because they're beautiful flowers. I could use it for something else. They go into my stash. I was thinking I want to remove the color, but if I cut it here, then I'm gonna have to finish this corner that way, and then that ends in no end really. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna lay it flat like that, this collar goes up a little bit but actually finishes nicely this corner here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick the collar from here and then just sew it closed again. So I'm just literally just removing this, and just then the collar will be nicely finished like this. I think it will give it a nicer finish. And then just the hems on the sleeves, and it's done. It's very fine fabric. That took much longer than I wanted. My God, that took a long time. So that's the color is off. And all I'm gonna do now is stitch the top of this color closed. I'm gonna remove all these threads, and I think I might give it an ironing so it actually stays really neat as I'm stitching it. So yeah, let me just iron that and stitch it. Okay. This is a vintage sheets that I go in the thrift store, and I've been using it on my table to iron. I might one day make it into something because I really like these trims and the fabric. I think it's very cute. So one day I'll take it off and I will make a dress. But for now, let's stitch this closed. The neckline looks much better now. I think it looks neat instead of that tiny little collar flapping around, and it's more comfortable like that. It's quite loose fit on me, but I actually think it's very nice and comfortable. Not everything has to be tight, so I think I might just leave it like this, see how I can wear it. I'm thinking of the pink fabric that I already bought. If I make like a skirt, it will look really nice with this. So I think, yeah, I like this blouse. Now it feels really comfortable and much more wearable, basically, which is the whole point of upcycling. Okay, I found this dress in my wardrobe. It's very oversized and very long. Problem being, it's too long. So I wore it on the bicycle in Amsterdam for like 20 minutes. And of course the skirt got picked by the wheel and it got shredded and it got messed up. This is the problem with living in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Anyway, my plan for this one is literally, it's like an extra tier, and the dress already is very long. So the idea is just to remove this extra tier so I can actually use it when I go to the beach or when I go cycling, because it won't be as long. It is really, really long. It is, I mean, right now it's on the floor. This is on the floor right now. So that would be, if I cut the last tier, it will literally be just a little bit below my knee. So I think it'll be fine. I really did a number on this skirt. Look at this mess. Because it got chewed out and anyway. This is the bottom part of the skirt, and there's a seam here between the longer part of the dress and these kind of flouncy things. And they're kind of disconnected. And I was going to pick it all up, but it's kind of late on the day. And that looks like a lot of work. So I'm just going to cut the seam as close there as possible and then just roll it twice and just do myself a nice end here. And next time I will have it on. This is an easy one. I might even cut a little shorter and make a tunic instead of a dress. We'll see. But for now, I really love this dress. I love the fabric. So it stays as it is at the moment. Okay, so it's been a fun day sewing. I really wanted to do all of these upcycles for a long time. Now I have 1, 2, 3 blouses and 1 dress. I am not going to be starting on the white dress with the butterflies because I really don't have an idea of what to do next. I think I'm going to keep that one until I actually figure out what I wanted to do with it. I have 2 favorites for these upcycles, and it's this one and the blouse, the pink sleeves blouse with the stripes. Those are my favorites. I think I'm going to be using them the most. This is also a success. I think I really like the neckline and the sleeves, and I think I will be wearing it quite a bit. And the green dress, I'm not so sure. I'll see if I might cut it and just make it into a tunic if I don't like the length. But other than that, it's been a very successful day. I'm very happy, and I hope you enjoy the video. And if you do, please like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know which one was your favorite, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye.